Welcome back to the final episode of the Steps to Selling Your House. We are going to go over the last steps today. Clear to close. It's music to everyone's ears, but what does it mean? Everything's been done. At this point, the lender will send all of the closing documents to the title company, and they will work closely together to balance out the closing disclosure. Usually this happens about 3 days before you're sitting at the closing table. Once the closing disclosure is balanced out, you'll get a copy of it a few days before closing so that you can review numbers. About a day before closing, don't be surprised if the buyer of your property wants to do a final walkthrough. It's always good for them to lay eyes on the property before they sign documents. Anything negotiated in the contract should be completed by this time, and the home should be clean and ready to present to the new buyer. Closing day can be an emotional day, just like the rest of this process. Most of the time as a seller, you've been working hard to get your things moved out of the house. As a seller, it's always nice to gather up any paperwork that you think might be beneficial to the new owner to pass along at the closing table. Most of the time, the buyer and seller will have separate closing appointments. At the closing table, you're going to be reviewing the closing disclosure and signing any documents that the lender's requiring, and you'll also be signing the deed. Although a little emotional, 99% of the time, closing day is a happy day. Once all documents are signed by both parties, the lender will fund the transaction, and you can hand over the keys to the new owner and start your new chapter. Thank you for sticking with me through this little series. And if you know someone who's about to sell their house, share this series with them. Maybe it'll be helpful for them.